one. Well, hello there, listeners. Great to be here for another session of Jam Jar. I'm having problems here with this. Someone suggested I wear my new flash hat, but there you go. I'm wearing it. And anyway, listeners, great to have you on the show. I'm going to actually now perform our little number that we always do at the beginning of Jam Jar, which is, of course, is Jam Jar, which goes like this. Jam Jar, Jam Jar, everyone listening to Jam Jar. I think you might be out of tune there. Jam Jar, Jam Jar, everybody listen to Jam Jar. Now loosen up and listen to me. Jump, jump, and shout it out. Everybody wants to know about Jam Jar, Jam Jar. Everybody listen to Jam Jar. Oh yeah, Jam Jar, Jam Jar. Spread it around. Hey. Well, welcome everyone to another session of Jam Jar. Great to have you back on board again, and so we're going to get right into what's happening around Masterton, and there's lots of happening. I've got a list here, and I've actually made it out. It's been quite well organised today. So let me see here. Firstly, the Tin Hut. You'll be pleased to hear that they've finally got music on a regular basis back at the Tin Hut. Of course, we lost the Blues Club, sort of, but it's been picked up again by, Dr. Rob, and I think Jeremy Weir is on board there, and they're having regular sessions at the Tin Hut with various musicians, all sorts of people that are turning up and doing things. We're going to have our first track. I think we'll have a track coming right up now. This track here, it's from Cole Porter, and it's just one of those things, and I hope you enjoy it. I must say at the beginning of this particular program, the guest artist that I had, her mother is very ill in Wellington, so she's had to go into Wellington, and unfortunately we haven't got her with us. That was Elaine Herndell. Her mother's not too well, so if you anyone out there in Radio Land who knows her, good feeling and good wishes would be sort of in order. But so we'll hopefully get her next time round. So that's why you've got a bit of an itsy bitsy program today from me, and of course I'm going to hit you with a bit of jazz. And there's one coming up right now, which of course, as I said, is Cole Porter. And that should be going. There you have it. just one of those things. Cole Porter. What a great number. I didn't realise the track was that long, but certainly worth listening to. Because a lot of these jazz standards are done so many different artists that hard to keep up. Some you're halfway through the song before you realise even what it is. But great to have your company today. You're on Jam Jar, and you're with Stefan Brown. I decided to wear my my hat actually today. I don't wear this one often. This is especially donated, you might say, by Dr. Robert Munsell. It was a gift, so I've decided to wear it today, and this being one of the first tie-ups with radio and Radio Wairarapa. So hopefully you out there will enjoy the program or what we're doing. Yeah, a bit of a put-together program today. Our guest artist that was meant to appear with us today, she's unfortunately been drawn into Wellington through other circumstances. But anyway, let's get on with the program. Okay, so what else is happening in Marsden? Well, we've got the Tin Hut. We've mentioned that. That's up and running again. We've got Gladstone, of course, every month. That's the music club that happens there, second Thursday in every month, and it's not coming up this Thursday, of course, but the following Thursday. So I think this will go to air before that comes up. We'd love to have your company. It's almost an open mic sort of thing where we're not trying to push any particular types of music. We just like everyone to come along and enjoy themselves. It's a very, very good environment to, especially if you're working on singing and playing and you enjoy entertaining people. Very friendly, user-friendly audience. Great food, good company. It's a great pub to be out there. If it's cold, they normally have the fire going at the other ends. So it's quite a nice little warm environment. And so we'd love to have your company. So that's second Thursday in this month. So we're into June, of course, second Thursday, and we'd love to have your company out there. What else we got happening? We've got Turkey Red. Turkey Red's going through a few changes, I think. Marilla, I did hear through the grapevine that the place might have sold, but you're there till the end of the year, which is good news. And you've always been good to the musicians, and I know that you're trying to get still have some gigs going there. Nice little pub to play at, especially if you get a good audience. So we're going to see if we can arrange a few more gigs there before the end of the year, and one big one, of course, at the end of the year to mark the end of an era, sort of. I'm not sure who's taking over or what the story is there, but be good to have your company. So just keep an eye out. Normally, Marilla will have it out on the blackboard on the sandwich board there of who's there and what's going on. Okay, let me see. What else? Farmers Market I was going to mention today. Why? Because there's music there every Saturday, and they're having various artists, all sorts of people are playing there every Saturday. I'm actually back there this coming Saturday, I think. I used to be there most Saturdays, but I've decided to take a step back and let a few other artists come through and do that 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock on Saturdays. I think Dr. Rob was there last Saturday, and Johnny Harder was there the week before. So they're getting all sorts of local musicians turn up and do their thing, which is great. It's good to share the music around. Okay, well, a big hi out there to Dan Broughton, of course. Dan's responsible for making this program happen. He's our sponsor. So Dan, happy birthday, mate, for yesterday. I think it's yesterday, yeah. Yesterday, not sure of the age, but it doesn't really matter, but always good to have you on board, and we appreciate your support, of course. And for Jam Jar, we've been going quite a while now, I think over almost 2 years, Jam Jar. So it's, I would say, a pretty well established part of the program. And we appreciate the listeners that tune in and listen to what we're doing. Okay, so today I'm just playing a few jazz tracks, some of my favourite jazz tracks off a CD. This one coming up, I'll just see if I can cue this next one up. I think it's... Yeah, I think we can probably do that now. This is a track, and I'll tell you exactly what it is. I think it's a Thelonious Monk track, yep. Thelonious Monk, Around Midnight. Some of you will be aware of this. Great track. So coming right up, Thelonious Monk and Round Midnight. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, there you have it. That's, great track there. Thelonious Monk, Round Midnight. Yeah, so now what are we're just going to use some of these jazz tracks today just to sort of keep you entertained. The information and all the stuff that I had for the prepared program, of course, unable to do, but we'll do that next week. So someone suggested, why don't you play a bit of music with the guitar here, a live track coming up. That's me. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, so someone said they'd like to hear the track that I've written called Kathmandu, which I haven't done for a while, but it goes like this. Written for my son after a trip that my sister made to Kathmandu. It goes like this. So ba ba da ba do 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 da ba. Catch a cat in Kathmandu, put him in a catman stew, 'cause I'll be song for me and you, yeah, down Kathmandu. Catch a cat in Kathmandu, put him in a catman stew, 'cause I'll be song for me and you, yeah, down in Kathmandu. Loosen up, here we go. School, but you the scarf of a day, Sabab, Shabba-dabba, shabba-da, shabba-dabba-da. Oh, scoop, ba-da-da-dee-bo-bo, scoot-lee-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, yeah. I said catch a cat in Kathmandu, yeah. Put him in a catman stew, 'cause there'll be song for me and you, yeah, down in Kathmandu. Skitty scat scat, skoo ba 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 da do ba da do do do. Do ba do be do do ba do ba do be do. I said catch a cat in Kathmandu, yeah. Put him in a catman stew, 'cause there'll be song for me and you, yeah, down in Kathmandu. Is a Quaker, he lives down in Jamaica. He's a real cool cat, he's a right real shaker. God knows he's dancing for his maker. Born in Kathmandu. Chinchillas, they're chomping, chowing China. At the Golden Dragon Diner. Crazy cats from Carolina. Born in Kathmandu. Sing it out, boys. Scoop, doo bop up and scoop do 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 do. Shoot da ba da 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 do da 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 da. Sabada ba sabada sabada ba da ba do 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 do. Oh, scoop ba da lee bop bop, coodly bop bop, coodly bop bop. Catch a cat in Kathmandu, yeah, put him in a catman stew, 'cause there'll be song for me and you, yeah, down in Kathmandu. I said catch a cat in Kathmandu, yeah, put him in a catman stew, 'cause there'll be song for me and you, yeah, down in Kathmandu. Way down in Kathmandu, way down in Kathmandu, way down in Kathmandu. There you have it, Kathmandu. Yeah, so for those people out there who enjoy me doing my own material sometimes, from time to time, that's Catch a Cat in Kathmandu, written for my son, after my sister did a trip to Nepal and told her all about the cats that were in the street there, telling him that they used to put them in a shoe, which didn't go down too well with young Josh at the time. Yeah, so what else is happening? Let me think. We've got a few other things happening. We're about to try and organise a gig at Dan Luciano. Yeah, we've talked to them basically just to see if just mooted the idea whether we could do some monthly jazz thing there, or maybe even fortnightly. We'll see how we go. And Marvin seems pretty keen on the idea, so we're just working through the logistics of getting that happening. There'll be another gig in Marsden here for people to turn up to. Basically, we're going to focus on jazz and blues. We missed that whole jazz and blues thing like we had at the Tin Hut. But it'll be somewhere up here in Marsden where we can go and enjoy each other's company and play a bit of jazz and a bit of blues. So look forward to that. I'll keep you informed on that one. Let me see what else. There's not happening at Aratoi at the moment. Aratoi has got live at the Aratoi, which a few of us have got them behind, and we're bringing different artists through. We had Richard Gilowitz. He was great, actually. Good night. Recently, we just had that South African group that's come through. Zulu Love, I think they're called. And they went down very well. In fact, they ended up doing 2 concerts, a matinee as well. So, and thank you for those that went along and supported that. This is what we want to try and get happening in the Wairarapa, more music events and more things happening. So there's another one coming up fairly soon. I'm not sure who it is. I haven't had the details given to me yet, but keep your eyes and ears open for that one. There is a musical, what would you call it, like an acoustic music experience happening. There's a guy called Jonas. He's a Czechoslovakian guy that's in town at the moment, working with a lot of percussion and woodwind and sitar instruments. And he's doing a session at Aratoi. And I think it's Tuesday nights from memory, from 6 onwards, 6:30 onwards. May have to ring Aratoi and just check on that one, but it's definitely happening. And it's a regular thing. I've been along to one of them, and it was very, very, very good. And for those that not even can't play an instrument, by the end of the night you'll be playing some sort of instrument and joining in. And to be able to do it, it's just great. The feeling's great when you're all playing together. Okay, so we've got another track coming up right now off this jazz CD that I've picked up. It's called Jazz Century, actually, and it's got some really great stuff on it. Let me see, well, track number 7, I'll just see if I can find it. Should be about there. Yeah, and it's actually, track 7 is Parker, of course, and it's called Dexterity. Man, you'll probably, most of you into jazz, you'll know it as soon as you hear it, so coming right up right now. Okay, there you have it. You've got a bit of Joseph Parker there, of course, with dexterity. Great musician. Everyone will, if you're a Parker fan, you'll love that track, of course. Now let me think here. We've got, what else have we got? Some of the other things I was going to mention. Yes, I was going to mention the fact that last weekend I had the privilege to attend what would you call it, a sort of folky type, sort of folk convention, I guess, or folk meeting of folk singers and players of dulcimers and guitars, and very enjoyable experience in Greytown there. So they're trying to organise in the future, hopefully, a folk festival in the Wairarapa. I'll be able to give you more on that as I get here, and as more comes to me, and I'm hopefully going to be part of that and work in with that. Maybe there's a possibility we might use Stonehenge as a venue in the summertime when it gets warmer, of course. But I think it could be a good thing. There's a lot of people over here that are into the folk scene. The people I met, most of them I didn't really know. They were from Wellington. And I'll be able to give you some names if I could remember them. But I had a really good day there with playing all sorts of material. And so very, very enjoyable experience. Okay, so what else we got? We've got, I want to talk a bit about if there's any musicians out there or kids or adults that are looking for music lessons. There's a few of us still doing it. I'm still teaching ukulele and guitar. I don't teach keyboard so much because I don't consider myself a teacher. I'm self-taught on the keyboard, but if you want to learn about chords, I know a lot of chords on the piano, which I tend to use for my jazz, but I'm not a good tutor on my left hand's a bit lazy, and I don't feel that if I'm going to hand on bad habits to people, that's not a good idea. But guitar and ukulele, still teaching. So you can get in touch with me, of course, through the radio station here or Stefan Brown on Facebook. There's a few other people that are teaching out there, of course. The other thing, of course, is to bear in mind is that at the club nights, we're trying to get some workshops established out of the clubs where people can come along and for a weekend or a Saturday or a Sunday, and we're going to get some workshops happening free of charge, part of the club thing, or a donation, and we can have some guitar lessons and ukulele lessons, which I think would be very beneficial for those that are out there that want to just learn a few more chords and get to be more a part of the music scene that's happening here. Okay, so we've got another track. I'm just playing a whole lot of jazz today off my CD that I bought in called Jazz Century. All sorts of artists. Let me see who we got coming up. I can tell you exactly. I think it's one of my favourite artists, Dizzy Gillespie. I like playing Dizzy. I actually did meet Dizzy Gillespie briefly at one of the festivals he came to. I'm just trying to think. It was called an Ambassador, I think, from memory. Yes, it was an Ambassador festival. And because of his status then as a Baha'i, as a member of the Baha'i faith, as am I, of course, and so we got to meet him backstage and have a bit of a talk with him. It's a real pretty amazing, actually, sort of thing you don't forget. He'd done that amazing number called Enoch, Alinga, I think it's called Alinga, but there's about one of the figures in the Baha'i faith called Enoch Alinga, but it's called Alinga, and he just done that track, and it was just phenomenal. But anyway, I've got a track of his coming up. What are we looking at? Track 8, so I'll just cue it up for you. There it is there. And coming right up, and it's called Midnight in Tunisia. So you'll probably... Tunisia, I think it's Tunisia. I think that's how it's pronounced, Tunisia. Midnight in Tunisia. Coming right up, Dizzy Gillespie. I hope you enjoy it. Coming up right now. So there you have it. Midnight in Tunisia, Dizzy Gillespie. What an amazing trumpet player. I mean, he's definitely, I think, you know, if you, especially bebop style, but what an incredible musician and an amazing man too. I remember one particular thing I always remember he said to me is that he plays a lot of importance on rhythm. And sometimes his band would be playing in this particular track, as I mentioned before, a linger. He was on stage, well, the band was playing on stage, establishing the rhythm pattern and getting a good groove going. And he was off stage, and then when the time was right, then someone, he was standing on stage and someone more or less threw him the trumpet. Not a big throw, but he caught the trumpet and then just went straight into this Alinga thing. But afterwards I was talking about it, and he said about the importance of rhythm and his stuff. And he remember him saying to me, "Man, if it ain't got rhythm, I don't play." And I've never forgotten that. And then he didn't come on until he was very, very much into a groove and a good rhythm pattern. So there you have it. That was Dizzy Gillespie with Midnight in Tunisia. Okay, so I'm going to, let me see, we've got I'll cue this next track up now while I'm here. There it is, it's all ready to go. But I will play something else. Someone says, my students at school said, "You never ever play us anything anymore." I used to play on the radio station a lot of kids' songs, and I haven't played any for a while, so I just thought I might. Actually, I might do. Just trying to think of some of the songs we used to do with the kids then, like "Here be a song. It won't shake long. It's about Daisy Doodle Duck, about Daisy Doodle Duck. She met a kangaroo at the local zoo. She couldn't believe her luck, couldn't believe her luck. Kanga said, "Daisy, I'm no slouch. If you want to be my baby, jump into my pouch." What did she do? Old Daisy do. She leapt into the kangaroo. Boing, da boing. Can I have some kangaroo sounds out there, please, in Kangaroo Land? Well, they went downtown for a bite to eat. They bounced into McDonald's for a burger to eat. The man behind the counter said, "Suppose you want two for the price of one." "That's right," said Kanga. "On a sesame bun, sesame bun, sesame bun." Oh yeah. Here be a song, it won't take long. It's about Daisy Doodle Duck. Oh yeah, that's right. She met a kangaroo at the local zoo. She couldn't believe her luck. There you go, the Ballad of Daisy Doodle Duck. Especially for you guys out there, especially at all the schools that I'm still teaching at, Opaki especially. If you're catching up with this program, Daisy Doodle Duck, especially for you guys. Okay, we've got another track coming up here. Yeah, what is the track? It is actually Soft Winds. It's a Benny Goodman track. I love this track. It's amazing. It's got well, it's Benny Goodman, so you can't go past Benny Goodman. So here we go, coming right up. It's called Soft Winds, and it's Benny Goodman right now. Oh yeah. Ooh. There you have it, Benny Goodman. With Soft Winds. Great track. The Woodman. I love Benny Goodman. All this, and that was especially going out to Hartley, our friend in the Dixie Band. We've got a 7-piece Dixie Band at the moment, which is going pretty well. We've got a gig coming up this Friday in Wellington at the Wellington Jazz Festival. 7 of us, and it's called the Rumitaka All Stars Dixie Swing Band. And we've got 7 musicians. We've got let me see. We've got Hartley on saxophone and clarinet. We've got Vaughan Robinson on trombone. And we've got a new trumpet player, Guy Graham, and I think his name is MacArthur. And he's playing trumpet for us now. I've got Roddy Lawrence on bass, and myself on banjo and guitar. Who have I missed out? I've got a drummer. We've got, let me see, Vic Singe on drums. And we've got Dave on keyboards, Australian Dave. Dave's his second name. It eludes me at the moment. I should know it, but do you think I know it? But anyway, together we're called the Rumitaka All-Stars Dixie Swing Band. And we're doing the To the Salin for the Wellington Jazz Festival next Friday, sorry. So we're really looking forward to that. How are we for time? We're known pretty good, actually. Not too bad. I should have a clock up here somewhere so I can see actually where I'm at. But anyway, we've got one more track here. I'll cue it up now. I think it's track 12. It is. And it's actually Moonlight in Vermont, which is an old track. I actually do a version of this, and we'll probably go out on this. But we'll great to have your company today. Sorry we didn't have our guest artist. I was caught a little bit off on the hop, as it were. But next time through, hopefully we'll have Elaine in the studio with us, and it'd be good. And I hope that everything's good for her as she's and her mum in Wellington at the moment. So, this thoughts going out to you, Elaine, and and everyone else that tunes in to Jam Jar. Really appreciate it. Dan Broughton, he's our sponsor, and we appreciate your support, of course. Without you, we wouldn't have the program. So this is all a little bit of a new experience for me with dealing with all the knobs and buttons and sliders and all that sort of carry on. I'm better when there's a guitar in my hand, but so I'm not sure how we are for time. We've got about 5 minutes left, so we'll wrap it up. Start to wrap it up now. There's no much more I can say about it except have a good time out there the next month and have paid a suss a few. There are music things happening. We are working on some new venues, and because we really want to get live music happening. There's always been a good music scene here in the Wairarapa, and since we lost the Tin Hut Blues Club on King Street and all those, we've been fighting to sort of get back a bit of a sort of a regular thing happening. So there's a few venues that are definitely putting their hand up and say, we'll have music. So say the Don Luciano, he's keen. There's Iberia, we had music there for a while. That'll probably start again soon. There's apparently a new place in Featherston. I don't know a lot about it. I'm going to look into it and see what that's about. I did hear today that there was a new club or music venue in Featherston, so I'll look into that for those that are out there. But those that enjoy live music, thank you very much. As the musicians, we really appreciate that. And it's good to have people we can play to, and we can get something happening there. So we're going to go out on a track now called, what is it called? Moonlight in Vermont. And it's a Blackburn, whoever that is. That's probably the composer. But there's many, many versions of this song. In fact, I did a version when I was playing full-time in the Cook Islands. I used to do this as a guitar piece, Moonlight in Vermont. And beautiful number. So we wish you well, and be good to each other, of course. And we'll catch you next time. Jam Jars on the air, which will be a month from now. So take care, and here it is, coming right up, Moonlight in Vermont.
La 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 la.
Yeah, you've been listening to Jam Jar. Yeah, thank you very much, and I'm gone. Catch you till next time. I'm here.